I'm Barry Trammell, and I say this might be the best Oklahoma State football season ever.
Considering how low the expectations were before the season, a fantastic year for the Cowboys. From the Opubco Studios in Oklahoma City, you're watching the Press Row. I'm Jenny Carlson. Barry, I know that maybe you and I didn't believe what a lot of the prognosticators thought, that this was going to be a last-place team, but still, 11-2, and all the things that this team accomplished, I don't think anybody expected this.
Well, I don't want anybody to pin a medal on my lapel either, because while I didn't pick the Cowboys for 6th, I certainly picked them for 5th. And, they're not going to finish 5th in the nation, but they might finish in the top 10 when the polls come out early next week. So a fantastic year for OSU, 11-2, play Oklahoma for the Big 12 South title at the end of the year, and all kinds of awards led by Justin Blackman's Biletnikoff Award. I don't know if it's the greatest season of all time, because it's a great debate between the 40s during the war, the 44, 45 teams versus now. But if you want to go in the modern era, I think this is the best Oklahoma State football season ever. When you think in terms of victories, when you think in terms of excitement, when you think in terms of just entertainment value, I think it's the 2010 Cowboys.
I think the biggest thing for me that really personifies this season, I think, is the way that this team took games that maybe other Cowboy teams could have potentially stumbled in. That game at K-State, to me, it puts it all in perspective. You know, they go up to Manhattan without Justin Blackman. They're better than Kansas State on paper, have more talent, have more speed, blah, blah, blah. But that's the type of game with that type of distraction that in other seasons you could see this team losing. Instead, they go to Manhattan and they take care of business. And it happened again with the bowl game, with the Alamo Bowl. You know, they're better than Arizona. But, you know, with all the distractions of new offensive coordinator, what's going to happen with Justin Blackman, what's going to happen with Brandon Whedon, you could maybe see, you know, a Cowboy team in the past having some issues. They didn't. I thought that was a major development, Barry, just that change of mentality that this team showed.
Well, they were very consistent, and they were in every game. You can say, that they lost to Oklahoma and Nebraska, sort of an irony. The Cowboys have gone 10-2 4 times in their history, all 4 times. The 2 losses to Oklahoma and Nebraska. They trumped this with an 11-2 record, still the losses to Oklahoma and Nebraska, but the Cowboys made huge gains, and here's what they did. They had a great year in a transitional season. New quarterback, new coordinator, rebuilding, and they go 11-2. Really sets a bright path for the future. What you said about taking care of business in games that they could have lost, the defense gets a huge tip of the cap for that, because the defense really did step up in a lot of games when the Cowboys could have faltered. So the future is very bright for Oklahoma State football. Here's what you can say about OSU football. This program is in better shape than it's ever been, and that's a great place to be.
Well, and players after the Alamo Bowl already talking about, is there a possibility for a 12-win year next year? Broderick Brown said after the game he's looking for a 12-win year next year. And you know what? That may seem like big talk, but I don't think that this team is going to get overconfident. We never saw it this year. All those times that, again, this team, you know, this program, maybe in other years you would have seen an overconfident team or a team that falls into a trap, never happened. And I don't think that you're going to see it happen in this offseason. I don't think you're going to see this team go into the offseason and suddenly think, okay, we can start doing things differently. I think they're going to continue to do what they did this season, what they did last offseason, and continue to try to build on it. And Barry, they'll not be the top team in the preseason polls in the Big 12 next year, but they're not going to be the last place team either. I think they'll be second in the polls behind Oklahoma. It's going to be a fantastic 2011 for Oklahoma State. Hey, stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoman.